Hello, Namaste. This is 𝗕𝗲 here once again and welcome back to my channel 𝗕𝗲 Stock Analyst. So in today's video, I want to discuss regarding digital currency or what you call CBDC, centralized bank digital currency. What are the features, pros and cons, and what is the repercussions over a long-term period of time. So let's start with what is the CBDC. So basically these are the currency which is just like your paper currency but in the digital format. So it is like you have your currency paper note of dollar or ruble or rupee in your pocket or in your home. The same thing, instead of carrying it in the physical format, in the paper form, it is in the digital electronic form on your smartphone. So there are basically two types of CBDC. One will be wholesale CBDC, another will be retail CBDC. So wholesale CBDC means which is basically given to the corporates and banking systems and financial institutions and large corporations basically towards settlement of their trade settlement and large volumes of payment. They can be, and for the purchase of government securities, bond, shares, all these things. That settlement happens from entity to corporate entity to another corporate entity is called wholesale digital currency. And retail means you, me, everybody carrying cash in their pocket or at home. That is called retail, individual. So how it works for as a layman, if you want to use this, so how it will work. So the first thing is that in each country, they are taking on a pilot basis this testing and trial of this digital currency. So each country, suppose in India, they have introduced or they have given license, authorized, what you call, to 5, 6, 7 some financial institutions, banks basically. So in the same way in Russia also they are doing it, in China they are doing it. So those authorized licensed banks will be giving you the digital wallet. So how it happens, that first is that you need to have a smartphone. So most of the people have smartphone in today's world. And you need to have smartphone so that you can, even if you don't have bank account with those particular licensed banks, but still you can download that digital wallet from that bank, that particular bank on your phone. And that digital wallet is like your wallet, like leather wallet which you keep in pocket, but this is remains on your phone. And in that, how this currency will come, for that whatever your standard bank account is there, where your money is lying, you can transfer as much as you want to this particular wallet, digital wallet. And that digital wallet, then it can be used for making all the payments, e-commerce, buying, selling, whatever. It's like your, cash, but only in the digital format. So what is and the best part is that it doesn't require any internet. So that is one of the feature of this digital currency will be there for the last mile connectivity, what you call the farthest of the farthest corner or the smallest of the smallest village, poorest of the poor guy. I mean, that is that they all can be included into the financial system. Right now there are many unbanked people in the world, right? So everybody can be included in the banking system. That is what one of the main advantage is there. Another what you call it is that it can control corruption, because every digital money which is transferred, that currency, to somebody's account, so that is at the end of the day, it is that register is lying with the, what you call, digital register is lying with the central bank. So that footprint is there. That's why it can control corruption very much, because people will be afraid of this, because central bank will have data of that particular last mile, what you call, that footprint. So that is one of the what you call good thing about it. The same way it can reach to the final beneficiary also. Transaction cost comes down significantly, because that intermediary bank kind of disappears, or that the role of that is reduced to a very extent, because for an individual, now I am directly my digital wallet, so who is liable for my particular this money lying into the bank account? So who gives guarantee? That is the central bank, not your bank or any other bank. So directly the role of central bank increases a lot, and that is where the security also comes into the picture. Another is that it can last mile connectivity, in the sense cross-border transaction, that immediately that payment can be done from one country to another, to one account to another, without waiting for that transactional delay. So that cost comes down that way also, fast, super fast way. But And main part is that international transaction currency payment system. Like we can format a multi-digital currency. What is multi-digital currency, multi-country? It will be like BRICS. So that is these 5 countries like Brazil, Russia, India, China. So they can have a common platform they can produce, which is parallel to the SWIFT platform, right? Currently, all international transaction goes through the SWIFT. All bank account has SWIFT. So that way it is controlled by the USA, United States, and the Europe, because that system is by them. So once they impose sanctions and all these things, everybody has to follow, otherwise they are out of this and that payment doesn't happen. But with this kind of digital currency, if we develop multi-digital currency, that among these 5 countries, they can bypass these sanctions, bypass this SWIFT system, because that they will be using that central bank digital currency platform, multi-digital currency. So that way, everything, transaction will become very smooth, cost will come down, and you can boycott sanctions. In the sense, you can bypass that. So that is also one of the main features of this. At the end time, if you look at the cons, what can be the cons for this system is that it can reach to the individual user. As I say, suppose government wants to do this subsidy to the farmers or to the poor, for the children, for students. So they can directly reach to that account without immediately. But same thing, government can control also that where this money is spent, where it goes. And if they don't want to use, though, they can regulate you and they can even lock. That can happen in the future. I don't know. I mean, this can be one of the, which I believe, or I think that it can be one of the negative or the cons aspect of this digital currency, that ultimately if everybody and that government stops this, suppose that paper currency of fiat, everybody is under the control, regulated. And one of the main reason why these cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Tether and all this are prospering, it's because there is no government control on that. And you can bypass that regulation. But with this, ultimately, that can be one of the biggest negative point, which I believe that if everything is controlled, it can happen that one day if government has some issues with your whatever, that can just block, like it happens in this thing, and then you are left with nothing. So that account. So that is one of the main cons, what I can say, despite of all the pros. Of course, there are like, transaction cost, and for government, then you don't, for government, it is good that whatever money is lying in your digital wallet or digital currency, you don't have to pay any interest on that, because it's like cash. You don't get any interest on your cash in the same way. So if everything is digitized, everywhere is paper currency gone, then the cost of the government comes down. They don't have to give you interest rate, and that way also, it's little negative for the, so. But another way is that monetary policy, government can directly implement that monetary and fiscal policy by increasing rates or decreasing rates, and that effect can immediately come to. But at the same time, if digital currency is that, people, what you can do, even if the government has the reduced rate, what they can do is that they can hold more currency into the digital wallet. So any case, the purpose of government is to reduce inflation. That is defeated because currency doesn't come out. And if the increasing interest rate, then people can take out money from this digital and put it in the bank account. So that way, that manipulation. So it is a pros and cons, as I told you, that this is how it will evolve in the future, which nobody knows. So that this is, I wanted to. So this is how it is a very evolving technology. Nobody knows exactly how it will be, but this is what I just wanted to share my thoughts about, because maximum people were not knowing what is the issue about this and how it can be used or do. That's what I wanted to share. And if you like this video, you please put a like and share it with the maximum people. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe for all this kind of unique concepts and ideas in the financial and the real geopolitical world. And also visit my website @analyst.com for getting articles it's written, and also for knowing about my services. You can contact me regarding investment and business consultancy services, and you can join for regular updates on economics and market, stock market ideas and sectors. It's my Telegram channel is there, stock analyst. You can join that. Link is down below. And that's it from my side. See you once again next week with some other unique ideas. Till that time, ciao from Neeraj from Moscow.